Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Herp Corner, where I will be discussing the origin, fun facts, and general care of the Gaboon viper, or the swamp jack, or the Gaboon adder, butterfly adder, or forest puff adder. These guys are my favorite species of snake because of their beautiful appearance. They were first discovered by Auguste Dumériel, a French zoologist, in 1854. The Gaboon viper is commonly found in, wow, that's a lot. Sorry if I butcher any of these. Guinea, Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Republic of the Congo, DR Congo, Angola, African Republic, South Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, KwaZulu-Natal Province, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Now for some fun facts. Number 1. Gaboon vipers are actually one of the most docile vipers. Venomous snakes in general are typically aggressive in temper. Because of this species' method of feeding, the aggression isn't needed. Number 2. These adders are one of the biggest species of viper. Although this may be true, this doesn't inherently mean they're the longest. One of the most unique facets of their appearance would be their oddly short and stout bodies. Number 3. Instead of laying eggs like most other reptiles, the Gaboon viper gives birth to live young. A mother of the species can give birth to a clutch as big as 50 to 60 babies at a time. Number 4. A bite from a Gaboon viper can lead to side effects such as intense pain, blistering of the wound, swelling, severe shock, uncontrollable movements, heart damage, necrosis, bruising, and soiling yourself. Number 5. Gaboon vipers are often mistakenly referred to as Gabon vipers. Number 6. There are 2 different subspecies of Gaboon viper. One is from West Africa, the West African Gaboon viper, while the other is from East Africa, the East African Gaboon viper. The main difference between the two would be the East Africans' lack of nasal horns compared to the West Africans. Number 7. This species of adder is completely terrestrial. Even if they tried, climbing would probably be impossible given their anatomy. Now for their general care. Straight away, I'm just going to say that these are not at all good pets for beginners since they are highly venomous. If you are looking for a handleable snake, look away from any vipers and look more towards a common ball python or corn snake. Not only that, but many vipers are also farm-bred in Africa, making it very common for them to have internal parasites. With that said, a Gaboon viper is accustomed to humid and damp weather. I honestly feel as if the only type of enclosure for the species that really suits it would be a bioactive one. Leaf litter helps these animals camouflage, which is what they like more than hides. Soils, mosses, and plants would retain humidity best, and cleanup crews would make it so you wouldn't need to clean the enclosure as much, making it easier for you to avoid handling the snake. Although they get most of their moisture from their food, water bowls or aquatic areas should always be provided. Heat sources should be given. A warm spot should be somewhere in the enclosure that gets up to 95 degrees. Make sure there's a proper temperature gradient throughout the enclosure. Speaking of which, since these are sizable snakes, getting up to 4 feet in length, but aren't arboreal, they should be in a 6 foot by 2 foot enclosure as the absolute minimum. Like most other snakes, depending on the age or size of the viper, they should eat pre-killed mice, rats, or possibly quail. In general, though, the Gaboon viper is only a good pet for those who are experts in the reptile industry. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this episode of Herp Corner. I'll see you next time.